To add a product, vendors will do so from this very top section of their user dashboard. This products, my products section, this is where they're going to add products. They'll click on Add Product. That's going to take to what we refer to as the Add New Product page. First thing, they'll select the category of the product that they're adding. So I'm going to do clothing. The cover image. So the cover image is the image that is shown in the browse page. So it's what buyers are going to see, the first image that buyers are going to see of the item. Then we've got the item name or the product name. We're going to name this one Vintage Leather Jacket because that's what it is. Then we've got the product description. And the nice thing with the product description is you can break it up into paragraphs. So if I write vintage leather jacket will look great on anyone. You can also add some details. So I can break the details up from any wording that I put up here, and it'll display nicely. Then we've got the street address, and the street address has to be a legitimate address because all of our address fields are powered by Google locations. So make sure that when you are adding an address that you're able to add it here and it appears as an option. Then we've got the refund policy. For now, I'm going to put no refunds. Then we have the price. So the price of this, we'll sell it for $2.50, and then the rate units. And if you remember, the marketplace admin or the marketplace owner, whoever set up the site initially, set these rate units up during site setup. So we'll do per item since that's the only one. We've got an option for a PDF file, so I'll just add one, testing purposes. And you won't see a preview of the PDF file right away. Then we've got the YouTube. So we'll add a YouTube URL here. And then about this section here, so this message to show on checkout. So this, whatever message that the vendor who's selling this item puts in here, so they can say something like, please enter any shipping instructions, any special shipping instructions, anything like that. Or for sites that sell virtual products, if there is some sort of like profile name or any kind of information that the vendor is going to require from the buyer, they can enter any kind of message here. So as the vendor, I'll put something like, please provide any special shipping instructions. And this message is shown to the buyer at checkout. And they'll have we'll go through that and you'll see that the buyer will have a message box where they can reply and provide the instructions or message that it's being requested. So we'll go through that in the video with the buying experience. So moving on, we've got the product images. So let's add some images. I've got one more image here of the back of the jacket. Upload that one. And then the shipping options. So we've got no shipping, custom shipping, and USPS. Each one of our sites has USPS already implemented into the sites. All USPS shipping rates apply, and if the vendor selects this as their shipping option, they'll enter in the length, width, height, and weight of the item. If they do custom shipping, if the vendor has maybe better shipping rates or lower rates on, let's say, their FedEx account or whatever other freight forwarder, they can do custom shipping and enter their own flat rate. And regardless of what it is, the flat rate that they enter is what will be charged to the buyer at checkout. And then no shipping if the item's no shipping, like a virtual item. We'll stick with USPS. I'm just going to do 10 to save some time. And then we've got the custom questions. So these custom questions or additional item details, these are those questions that the marketplace owner or marketplace admin set up in the questions builder when they were setting up the site. So here, now that we're playing the role of the vendor, this is where I'm going to answer them. So the type, it's a jacket. Colors, select black. Branding, I'll do off-brand. Size, this is one of those open text questions where I can type my answer. So the size is men's medium. And then the condition I'll do gently used. And now we click add. And after I click add, that's going to take me right to the profile, the settings profile section. This is where if it's a new user, they can upload a profile picture and update these fields. So these fields, the first name and last name, they're always going to default to the display name. If you recall, when we sign up, when a user signs up, there's not a field for last name. So that's why it defaults to the display name. So we'll just do seller, product, vendor. They can enter in a phone number if they please, check their location's correct, their email, and then to upload an image, they'll click on that green area of the image and then select the profile picture. And for the profile picture, it's always best to do more of like a square image. And then we'll go to Save Changes, and that should shoot me right back to my Products User Dashboard section. Perfect. Now I can see the item that I just uploaded. I can edit it from here, and I can also delete it, or I can add more. And that's how a vendor adds a new product. If a vendor wants to view their item that they just uploaded, they can do so from Browse Products. And usually, the newer products are always going to be located in the very last page. So we'll go straight to page 10. Here I can see the product I just uploaded. I'm going to go ahead and see product, check it out. And here we go. And obviously, since I'm logged in as the vendor, as myself, I'm not going to be able to buy my own item since I have it. So you won't see the Buy Now buttons or any of those other buttons. This is just to view their own item that they just added. So we've got the YouTube video here, the PDF, the image. We've got the price. As you see here, the description displays nicely in paragraph form. We've got the Reviews tab. Returns and refunds, this is where the no refunds, or that section where I entered my refund policy, this is where it's located. And then shipping. So if you recall, we selected shipping as USPS, and the address that I entered as the, whenever I was adding the item, this calculator is using that address to calculate shipping. And then we've got the answers that the vendor responded over here on the side. And in the next video, we'll go over the buying process as a buyer.